Activate.
It's the Pelon and Chubby Show with your hosts Rick Salas and Guy Murray, talking about comedy and everything that crosses their minds. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show. And we're live.
Hello and good evening and welcome to another episode of Pelon and Chubby. We are here at a different location, but I'm still Rick Salas.
And I'm Guy Murray.
And we are Pelon and Chubby, the weekly show every Wednesday, sometime between 6 and 7. We will be here.
Get it in. That's my friend right there.
We have a hard time sometimes. And part of the issue is we relocated our show. Now, for a lot of you people, you could care less. You're on Facebook. Whether we are in a dungeon somewhere in the middle of nowhere, you could care less. But for some of you that like to come down and hang out, it does make a difference. So I'm going to give you the brief story of what happened, what's going on. Not that big a deal as far as I'm concerned. Of course, I got to put Guy through all the bullshit.
I hang with this man. I hang tight with him.
You know, I have a hard guy. I'm getting to the point now in my age where, and it's, I don't even know if it's so much my age. It's just my attitude right now. And I used to not be able to sit home ever.
Can't sit still?
Like, yeah, I had to always go out, do something. But now I'm so irritated with humans in general that I can stay at home and never leave my house. Grocery stores deliver. Costco delivers. You know, all the unnecessary, necessary evils of life.
Right.
All deliver straight to your door.
Come to my house.
With no extra charge.
Wait.
None.
I'm sure there's a service fee.
No charge.
All right, so Uber Eats, I can order.
Well, that's different.
Okay.
But I make all my own food.
Okay.
So, you know, I cook, whatever. The old lady cooks. So we don't have an issue with that. But they all deliver. So it's making it easier and easier that I don't have to leave the house.
Oh, my God.
Ever. So every Wednesday I leave the house and have my beers. And every Wednesday I am categorically disappointed in humans again.
It's that interaction time?
Yeah, that part where I have to be a certain kind of person or else I'm an asshole.
Oh, man.
Right.
Damn it. Again.
So it's been easier and easier for me just to stay at home. I have everything there. I'm going to get to the point where I can do these shows from there.
Right.
And so I will never, ever have to leave. Like sometimes I was reading some articles that they say you're not even supposed to shower every day.
It's bad for the skin.
Right. That you're supposed to build this little crust on your skin there. And it's healthier.
You do fit the images of a crusty fellow.
So I've been trying, Guy, sort of indirectly, but just like making excuses why it's okay of letting the hygiene go a little bit.
Okay.
With the excuse of, well, I'm not going out in public only once a week, so I've been shaving once a week.
All right.
I have been showering more than once a week, but I can see just doing the shower thing once a week. If I didn't offend myself so bad, then I probably would try the once a week deal.
Stand downwind from yourself.
You know? But I think it's, you know, it might be doable once I get used to this thing.
Okay.
Where I only have to go out in public once a week.
Wow.
But I'm hoping that I get the studio built in the house.
Well, you know, things can happen. All good graces.
And then I never have to leave.
Man.
Just imagine the amount of money you'll save, the amount of grief that you'll save.
No gas money.
Yeah. And I'm just going to do a shitty joke right now.
Shitty joke. Here we go.
Yeah, very shitty joke.
Shitty
but
joke.
But maybe I'll even chain myself to the bed.
The caveat of a warning. A shitty joke.
That is bad, Guy. You know why?
Why? Why is that so bad?
You didn't see in the news?
What happened in the news?
Wow, this will be a segue into the news.
Okay.
some sicko fucking. I know they say they're not Mormons. All the Mormons out there,
they're Christian.
Are saying they're not Mormons.
They were Christian.
Whatever, same concept. Look it. If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. So they got the Mormon van in the driveway. They got 12 kids and they're white.
And
sorry about your luck. But you know what kills me though, guys?
The age range.
Yeah, 2 to 27. I think it's fucked up. My
goodness.
But here's my issue.
What's your issue, man?
Here's one of the things that bothers me a little bit.
Speak on it, man.
People were going online, and this is a tragic thing.
Social media.
I shouldn't even be making a joke about it, but I have to because I'm a comic.
Too soon?
Yeah, well, so guys are going online and they're having conversations. Well, you know that like acting like they're having conversations with each other, and they're talking about this situation with the kids being chained to the bed and all that stuff, and they're the one guy's telling the other guy about the story, and he stops him halfway through the story, and it's like, oh, let me guess, they're white.
Hello.
Why do they take such joy and excitement at the fact that it's white people fucking doing a crime?
Well, I mean, you could tell by the type of the crime, the different classifications. We've covered this. If it's a gold chain gets stolen, probably a black guy. Carjacking, probably a black guy. Meth cracked in the middle of, white guy. More than likely.
Right. But it's okay. It's okay.
They classify them. They know it's easy. It's easy.
Right. But it's okay for it to be reverse noticed. Is that a thing? Right.
It is
where if we sat here and we're like, oh, that's definitely a black person.
I could tell what the crime was, but if you lay it down.
But if I was to say, obviously it was a black person in this crime, then I'm a dick.
All right. But my thing is, when it comes down to the punishment, are they going to get off on insanity? Are they going to get off on a little?
Oh, that's where
what I'm talking.
That's where the buildup is. That's the deciding factor.
Yeah. So if a black guy had done that,
if it's a black guy, he's going to get
put him under the jail,
crucified.
They would have put him under the jail, or built one around his ass. Yeah. He's never getting out.
Yeah, fuck that black
eye for an
motherfucker.
eye. Yeah, that's what they would say.
Right, but it's a white person. So, odds are that there's a reason why all this is going on, and there's a Christian fanatic.
Somewhere. He's protecting his family,
right?
Something,
and somehow he's gonna get off,
and everything's gonna be all white.
Have you seen the guy? He looks like he's a fucking Amish dude on a box of Quaker Oats.
I picture Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah,
one of the characters with the little bobbed haircut, the little bowl cut, the Captain Kangaroo character, man. That's who that guy looks like.
He has a haircut where the wife put the bowl on his head,
hooked
and they cut around it.
Shaggy dude.
And they're wondering what's wrong with him.
He ain't right. Thick forehead or something. He ain't right.
Man, how?
What?
Think about it. How do you put
children?
How do you put your kids in a dark room that smells like piss and shit and what else?
Fuerte.
Don't feed them.
Fuerte.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
The fruit of your
as
loin.
A human being, what is wrong with you?
Those must be some low-hanging fruit, man.
You know, and the sad part about our country is, why can't we just take them outside and shoot the motherfucker in the head? They're obviously not salvageable.
There's a justice system in place for that. Like, heinous is crime.
Yeah, it's not very just.
Due process.
Yeah, I don't understand it because these people need to be just shot in the motherfucking head. There's no rehabilitating them. They're fucked. To do that to your kids, to starve them out,
I want a second chance.
To chain them up to a bed.
I'm sorry, I was
keep
wrong.
them in their own shit and piss.
What am I going to do?
You need to be fucking executed.
Please rehabilitate me.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Psych.
Yeah. That's just as bad as that dude in Thailand. In the news, you hear the guy in Thailand.
In the news, Thailand.
The guy, they caught him finally. The guy that raped and killed a 7-year-old little girl.
Man.
What a fucking... Now, the good thing is it happened in the right place. Because that motherfucker will be executed like fucking immediately. There's no due process.
Absolutely.
There's no waiting period to see, if he finds Jesus real quick.
Nope.
No.
He's going to get it.
They're going to cut off his nuts.
He's going to get it.
Let him fucking drip out for a few days.
Glub, 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 glub.
Yeah. And then they're going to fucking execute him.
Done city.
So there is justice in the world, guy. There is justice.
It happened.
Now, if we can just ship these 2 Quaker Oak motherfuckers over there,
Quaker Oats. That's shit.
ship these fuckers over there and let them get fucking due process.
They got the Chinese bowl cut. I get it.
Yeah,
I get
that's
it.
what we need.
The Quaker Oats.
That's what we need.
Man, damn. That's crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
What else is going on, man, in the
In the
news?
news.
Dude, the UPenn, which looked like it was just, he went off the trail and got lost and died and succumbed to
Who's this?
natural cause. The UPenn student in California, he went on a hike. Turns out there was some suspicious circumstances around his death, and so they found the guy.
Well, like a bear?
No. Yeah.
What?
Well,
Okay, let's
They found the guy.
Hey, because everything comes down to the nationality thing. So the guy hiking was
White.
all right. Now the guy out in the woods had to be white.
White.
So
And he was a promising law student
right,
from UPenn.
right. So this guy that's out in the woods
There's
is he
conjecture.
a sexual offender
not
of any
a sexual
kind?
offender. Just the conjecture was 2 friends out on a hike. They got separated. And then when he was found, it was just
Done deal.
done deal.
All right, now
But suspicious.
The 2 guys that went out on the hike.
They were friends together. They went out, but then they got separated.
Now
Are you trying to make this like the Brokeback Trail or
I'm
something?
just saying.
All right then.
I'm just saying, was there a tent and some Vaseline, and the guy woke up pissed off, and next thing you know, the guy's fucking.
I got nothing.
All right.
I got nothing. Sorry. I only report the news. I don't do the news. I don't live the news. I am not.
We can
news.
think about it. We can guess like what maybe happened. Like what would you do? What would you do if you woke up camping with your buddy? And it's an old joke. I'm not like trying to retell the joke. I actually want a response. Like
Trying to reface it.
like you woke up and your ass is all greased up and maybe hurt a little bit.
Sore.
What would you do? What would your reaction be? I mean, are you going to murder a motherfucker for it? I mean, what?
I'd be a little suspicious about the circumstances and
Okay, after that wore off and the anger set in,
get a little mad, get a
Then-
little angry.
would you be mad enough to kill him?
Vengeance would be mine.
Would you
Vengeance
kill
be mine.
him?
I'd have some.
So there goes the answer
There
for
goes-
the Penn
that's it,
student
yeah.
that went camping, walking trail. Yeah,
Yes.
there it is.
That's it.
There it is.
That's the answer.
Put it on the autopsy report. That's the answer.
That's the answer to all the problems.
All
in the
right,
world.
so that leaves a little segue into why we're here tonight.
What's going down?
So initially, it didn't really bother me all that much. We were at Inland Tavern,
Speak on it, Rick. Come
which
on, man.
I'm fine with the place. It's all
you
good.
feeling, man?
It's all good.
Okay.
But it really started eating at me during the week. And what happened was,
What had happened was.
we were at the show, and apparently, when I was talking about freedom to be able to talk like we used to, remember that whole part? And I listened back to the tape to see how bad it was. But to me, it wasn't bad. But where we used to be able to call people fat, without them fucking hanging themselves.
Right.
Yeah. When we used to be able to, body shame people to their face.
Sensitivity.
Yeah. And call black people whatever the fuck you wanted to. Latino people, fucking wetback, whatever. Nobody cared. Nobody went off the deep end. Nobody fucking hung themselves in the closet. There was no such word as bullying. Bullying? What the fuck was that when we were growing up?
Yeah, that was the harsh.
Bullying?
word.
That's called fucking getting, growing a thick skin. Fucking reality check. If you don't like being called fat, fucking lose weight. That's
it
what
right.
the answer was.
Get it right.
What was your motivation? Before you never had any. Now you got to go see a shrink or some shit or some life coach to convince you to maybe take off a few pounds. And they say it in a polite way.
Oh, no.
And you pay them enough money where you feel okay about it. And then all of a sudden that's some incentive to lose weight. What
Makes
the
sense to me.
fuck? So apparently somebody heard me say fag or faggot or some shit like that, which in Europe and I guess in England it's fag's a cigarette.
Politics.
Whatever.
Yes.
So whatever. So I said fag or fag, and somebody, the bartender took offense to it.
Wow.
Which I wonder why. Why all of a sudden takes such offense to it, other than the fact that maybe she's a lesbian. I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know. Or maybe she's a Maybe she's a fag hag. You know what a fag hag is, Guy?
What is a fag hag, man?
A fag hag is a chick that hangs out with gay guys. Okay. Now she there's no interest there, obviously, because it's a chick, and usually they're a little on the heavier side, and they just hang out with gay dudes. Okay. They're called fag hags.
Fag hags, I get you.
So, I don't mean it in a terrible way or whatever. Anyway, so she kind of heard that. She didn't say anything about it, and then after the show, I was having a drink, and there was these two dudes there that were sitting in there having dinner or whatever, and I just pointed out the fact that they were super gay. Like, I didn't mean it in a like, I'm not going to go to their house and fucking kill them. I'm not going to sock them in the jaw for being gay. I'm not like that at all. I don't have any kind of ill feelings towards people for being gay.
Okay.
I'm okay with that, right? But I don't want to know. Like, it's none of my business. I don't need to know that you're butt fucking some dude in the privacy of your own home. I don't care. You don't need to go around and be flagrant and flamboyant so I know that you're gay. I don't need to know. I don't want to know. It should never even be an issue.
It should
never even be a conversation.
With someone, doesn't matter their sexual orientation.
I don't care. I don't want to know.
You don't want.
I don't want to know. That's the thing. Why is it so important that I know?
Okay.
Right? So why are we even having this conversation? Why are they even making it to... And why the fuck can't I point it out if I want to?
Well...
Like, if I saw a lion running down the street, I'd be like, oh, fuck, there's a lion. Right. So if I see two fucking gay dudes in a bar and I'm like, oh, they're fucking super gay. Why can't I say that? Why can't I say it without being fucking crucified?
It is what it is.
Why can't I say it without... I
call them like I see them.
And here's what the response was that it's people like you. What the fuck does that mean?
People like you.
What does that mean?
Are you setting them back?
What kind of person am I? Well, that I can't have my own opinion about something. Why can't I be a Bible thumping kid from birth and taught my whole life morals, the biblical morals, where gay people are not okay? Why can't I be from that upbringing, and why am I an asshole for not accepting that you guys are putting your fucking cock in the wrong hole? Why can't? It's not physically, it doesn't even fucking make sense. The math doesn't make sense, right?
Right.
Okay, fine. I love my dog. Does it mean I'm going to fuck my dog? Really? I mean, come on, man. I mean, I'm not trying to talk shit about gay people. I'm not trying to get in your life. I'm not trying to say anything. I have a lot of friends, a lot of people I know from school that are gay. That is their choice. But it is also my choice to say that it's not okay, right? Yeah. It's also my choice to not be accepting of it. Now, I don't have to be an asshole about it and make a scene about it, but I don't have to be accepting about it. And you are tolerant people, supposedly, this new regime, this new fucking, whatever you want to call it, this youth that's coming up in power now and trying to take over the fucking world, right? Right. You are the tolerant ones. You go around preaching that everybody needs to be tolerant and live with each other and be accepting of one another. However, you're not accepting of me and my choice not to be tolerant or accepting of certain gay people. So how tolerant is that? How accepting is that as this new, young, up and coming, whatever the fuck bustling. You guys are? So you say it, but do you mean it?
You don't live if you don't.
Everybody have their own opinion.
Walk the walk.
Guy, as long as I'm not out there fucking bashing them, beating them, talking shit to their face, as long as I'm not doing all that, am I doing anything wrong?
I don't see anything wrong with that, Rick, man. You got your own right to opinion, choices that you make and that you live in your life. That it's clearly not the way you live your life.
I'm not afraid of them. I don't have any issues with them.
No.
But but why am I the asshole? Why am I the one that you point at and say you're one of those people? Why?
I guess they fear that. I don't know. why do that? The classification. Why are you one of those? That is creates some uncertainty, and it also creates a separation for different situations like that. It's unfair, and it just doesn't seem right. Doesn't sit well with most people.
But and so I try not to like think about it all that much and not make a big deal about it. And then I was sitting at home, it just ate at me.
Turned at you, huh?
And I kept on hearing that
Turn
voice. You're one of those people.
One of those people. So now you're classified.
Yeah.
You're grouped in with somebody else.
And
you couldn't do it on your own.
What world is it that we live in now that I have to accept shit
You're
that I don't feel comfortable accepting
with?
And if I don't, then I'm one of those people.
You're lumped in with a group of people that have the same feelings. I don't know why classification exists. Why is it? Can't I have solace in my own thoughts and on my expressions? Nope.
If I am, obviously I'm tolerant because I tolerate it.
Yeah.
Now, thank you, brother. Tolerating and accepting is two different things.
Yeah.
I tolerate their existence, but I don't accept their lifestyle.
That's like, I don't condone or persuade. Yeah, so it's just like making a stand.
We talked about before how freedoms that we're free to do pretty much like, for the most part, anything we want.
Right.
But like I said before, how far do our freedoms go where they affect so many people that it infringes on other people's freedoms?
Yeah, that's a tough call. I mean, how does my First Amendment, Second Amendment, my rights?
Because now
what's the limitation on my rights?
Now my freedoms to think the way I want to think,
yes,
and be the way that I want to be,
yep,
are infringed upon by the cool people.
Because you're one of those people.
Because now I'm one of those people.
Damn it. Now what we gonna do?
I never wanted to be one of those people.
I never presented my argument and putting it on case to be one of those people.
It's that finger pointing at you. You're one of those. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And I didn't even know it.
All of a sudden.
I didn't even know it. And please, if you're out there and you're gay, be gay, be happy, fucking do your thing. I don't care. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to talk shit about you.
Nah.
But I don't have to agree with what you do. And it's not a bad thing that I don't agree. We can still say hi and be cordial, but I don't have to agree with it. I'm not a dick because I don't agree with it. I'm still a cool person. And I don't think you should make me feel like I'm not.
Man. It's tough times. Tough times.
You're gonna make me cry, fuckers.
Go to break down and cry. Oh.
But that is...
next on the list.
That is why I chose to bring our show to another spot. And it's not like an angry thing or done out of spite. It's just to keep the peace. Jose's a cool dude. The place is cool. Everything, it's. I just want to keep the peace, and I thought it would be beneficial for us, for them, that I just,
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from. It's just the matter of the thing, the matter of the fact, what it becomes. If some people sit with it and fester with it, it can become a problem. So let's, just good way.
Clean the slate.
Yep.
Get out and start over here. and I didn't give the proper plug for the place. It's Wednesday night or
Hump
normal
day.
night that we do our show.
We do our recording every week.
We are here at Vista Village Pub in beautiful Vista, California.
Downtown.
The new mecca of microbrews.
Yes,
Come out and
sir.
check out Vista downtown. It's changing every day. They got a couple new restaurants that are going in here. They got a sushi joint, Miko, going in down the street.
Micro sushi.
And next door, they got the barbecue joint that just went in. The
Pigs fly.
Pigs Fly. And then here, they got an excellent menu. If you never had it before, the duck wings are pretty sensational.
Nice.
They got a full bar, all the beers on tap. They got 805.
They've got 805
by Firestone.
and they've got some orange ale, or what is it that drinking this orange something? Orange
What do you got over there? The
Blood orange.
yeah.
Okay.
So I went to the store yesterday, AM, PM.
What'd you get?
I went in there to
Get some lottery tickets?
Lottery ticket, Mexican
Okay.
retirement.
Trying to get that Mexican retirement
Yeah,
check.
and so I went in there to get a 6-pack of 805 by Firestone.
And was it there? Did they have it?
It was all out.
Oh man!
So it must be pretty popular.
they must have saw you coming.
because
They said to hide that shit.
the shelf was empty and it was the
Damn.
only one empty.
Wow.
So it must be. So I guess my talking about on the podcast is really making a difference in their
we
sales.
need to give them people a talk. We need to give them a call.
So,
hey, plug.
And
Keep
Vista
plugging.
805 was pretty much sold out.
Sold out.
Yeah, so I tried another one by Firestone. It was a green something, very, very bitter.
Was it
But not bad, not
Okay,
bad.
well,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't remember the name, so I know.
Firestone?
Well, I'm not getting paid to sell it, so honestly,
No, we just keep
whatever.
plugging it. Our listeners will start to step up.
Yeah.
And
So
they'll recognize. We have a voice. This week, oh man, cranberries.
cranberries. You're pretty familiar with them.
I know enough of their music to go, yeah, wow, that's a very powerful piece of Americana there.
Yeah. First, I never maybe.
They had the folk
I'll
rock blues type of thing going on.
I'll tell you, a lot of the stuff has wore off in my life from my upbringing, but some stuff has affected me in that my parents, when I was growing up, were holy rollers, the Christians.
Yeah.
And so we were forced to go to church, and I was the oldest.
Forced, you say?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Go to church or get out of our house, right? So I learned to hate church.
I'm going to be doing a comedy show from church. Doing my first, well, I've done clean shows before. I've done fundraisers and everything, but I'll be doing my first testimonial mockery at the Rock Church in North County.
Nice. That's a
Beautiful.
whole nother
Whole nother level of chubbiness.
No, it's cool. It's good. It's good. But the Rock, that's a whole nother episode
Let's go.
that I have to, and if the guy wants to come in, I mean, if it was any of the major news broadcasts, he would be in there in a heartbeat
Yeah.
to get his face on TV.
Right.
Because I think that's what the guy really fucking, lives for, is to have his mug on TV and to build the biggest church imaginable. I don't know that. I don't know the guy. I could be speaking from my ass, but he likes to hear himself talk and he likes to see himself on TV.
Yeah.
And
Pretty much.
he is pretty full of himself. So Miles, if you're out there and anybody has your ear and is listening to this show, by all means, come on the show and rebuke.
Some facts.
And prove to me that you're a different man than you appear to be. Because I grew up in the churches. I've seen the happy tray passed around. I've seen the misappropriation of money. I've seen people with ulterior motives and say that they have God in mind, that they're trying to help everybody, but in reality, They just want to see themselves prosper, see themselves on TV, on the radio, and they want to be as big as they can because God's not the star, they are. And it's very disappointing. It has driven me from church. I was not allowed to listen to mainstream music. If it wasn't Christian music, it was played backwards, and all the evil messages came out. And so I missed out for a good part of my life being able to listen to good music. And so a lot of these bands that are a little bit older from when I was younger, and the people are starting to die, unfortunately, I don't have any kind of education, any kind of feeling, any knowledge of their music. And it sucks.
Okay.
You know, it sucks not to be able to understand what people are saying. Like, they're getting on the news and like, man, we just lost, and a life is a life. It's important. But I don't know where they're speaking from.
Right.
I don't understand.
Okay. I feel you on that.
The feelings that they have towards this band.
Yeah.
Because
it's not as genuine.
I was deprived that.
Yeah. Okay.
And so when I think about it, it annoys me a little bit, but it, it's is it right,
If I'm like the type of person that pays homage to something. If I learned or got to know about them, I would definitely say, feel a moment, wow, that's what it is, and that happened. But when it's something that really touched my upbringing or really was a part of my life, then it is a bit more compelling, sadder even, because it's like it makes it more bittersweet. But then you still be able to live on through their music. So the music continues on. It's like, you know what? Okay, so they're not gonna cut a new album, or they'll get something to replace them. It's like the Journey group and everything.
Yeah.
You replace a guy, you go on, and you still commit. Make awesome music. And
who do they?
The Filipino guy.
Yeah.
He sounds really good.
Karaoke
King,
yeah.
Little Filipino guy.
How do you live that down? Like, you're growing up in the Philippines, you're growing up in America, you're a Filipino American, and you're singing, and you're actually a great singer.
And you're a great singer,
right? But how do you get accepted by the recording industry? Because everybody looks at you and all they see is karaoke singer.
Well, it's like an accomplishment because you're now touring with an internationally known band.
So one out of millions that have tried,
it happens.
Made it.
One,
how sad
twice,
is that?
2 times, 3 times out.
What a stigma!
It is. It's conversely wide. It is amazing how talented or how the level of talent the Filipino people have, the vocal ranges or whatever, but they're so deadpan.
But
that's all they have.
All with that slight accent.
That's all they have.
At the very end, you can hear this little slight accent.
That's all they have. Yes.
But some of them are really, really, like, he is really, really good, and I'm guilty. I watch, on all these shows. And they never make it that far, and all the judges and everybody has the same comment that it just seems so karaoke.
Yeah.
And it sucks for them because they can't break out of that stigma, that stereotype.
Well, I mean,
of being a karaoke. And I look at them, I say the same thing. Well, that's great for karaoke, but not for this competition. Like I'm the judge.
I'm the expert panelist. So if you guys want to give a call in to the Pelon and Chubby, call 760-575-3713, 760-575-3713. Lines are open. We are taking calls.
Absolutely.
I was trying to get Steve in that from out of Las Vegas. I'm going to be doing some more invitations, getting people on, because we like to mix it up. We like to talk comedy, talk to your comedy scenes, and we still want to get around the country in different spots. We're going to be the cover or the color or even the comedy commentators for 7 cities already with Check Out, and whatever the city's name is, Check Out San Diego, Check Out Salt Lake City. So we will be
the tour you've been talking about.
No, this is the comedy specialists. Will be able to provide information on the different scenes, and we're going to be in there. And so the website is Check Out, and you just say to Check Out City, whatever the city is. But soon it'll have a Pelon and Chubby's thumbprint on that one.
Yeah.
Still developing that with Mr. Dean Armstrong, but we'll have that pretty much figured out real soon. So how we can contribute right to his website.
And that's what I've been trying to encourage comics. And I've had run-ins with a lot of comics out there for one reason or another. Who cares? But whether you like me or not, do yourself a favor. Come on the show and promote your business. You're the comic. Promote your shows and get yourself some exposure. Because there's people watching, whether you like us or not. There's people tuning in. Definitely
So plug in.
Get your face, get your act, build your crowds wherever you're going to be. And we're not affiliated with any clubs anywhere. So no matter what club you're doing, no matter what you're doing, you can come welcome and promote it.
Absolutely.
And whether you like me or not. Who gives a fuck? Guy will interview you if you don't like me. I don't care.
Crisscross applesauce. I'm definitely going to cross him up for you.
It's and I don't know if you guys watch that show. You should if you don't. It's on Showtime. It's called I'm Dying Up Here.
Oh.
And it's basically a story of comics back in the old days.
Yes.
Pryor was around and a bunch of other ones, and they are in Hollywood, and they're doing all the different clubs in Hollywood. And when you worked at one club and you became like a regular there, you didn't get paid or nothing like that,
You're
of course.
still the doorman.
Yeah, you worked there,
you got
whatever.
Stage time. You work for time.
But you didn't do any other clubs. You were loyal to that one club. And if you try to get booked somewhere else, you're blackballed.
Black hat.
You don't get to.
Not happening.
And they won't admit it up in the San Francisco area, but Clear Channel, which bought up everything. It used to be
Infinity Group.
Before that, it was also Bill Graham.
That's right.
Right. So there's a dude. I'm not going to say his name. I don't even want to do him any kind of privilege by
or disservice
saying his name.
Makes me nervous.
I don't give a fuck. The guy could die.
Die a bag of dicks.
That guy kept comics from working other clubs. If you did a show for him for Clear Channel, you were not allowed to go anywhere else and do anything. I'm not telling any fucking secrets here. That's just the way it was.
That's harsh.
Yeah, so it's kind of bullshit in a way. It stunts the growth of comics. But here, this show, obviously we're not as big as Clear Channel, whatever. But we don't discriminate. Come on and talk about whatever you want. Talk about your show that's upcoming. Get people to go to your shows, because if you're not seen,
you're not being heard.
You're not going nowhere.
You're not seeing it. You're not
and
doing
it doesn't cost anything to get on our show, and it gives you exposure. So,
Rick, I truly would love to. I would love to just do more shows on other people's shows. Get a spot just to be on it. You ain't got to pay me. I just want to be on more shows. I want to be able to plug what I'm doing, carry my love for comedy. And through this piece and this microphone, I get to share my voice and my thoughts. But I want to share. I came across a collection of, I don't know if they're not active groups, but there were several shows. We're talking back as 2013. We're going back 5 years now. Like David Zaffris and the two Davids, they had shows at the Dive Bar, at the Royal Dive Bar. On a regular, it's just
the Royal Dive. Where's that? That
was Oceanside off of Airport Road.
Yeah, see, I missed all that because I was up in the Bay Area.
Bay Area. But it's like it wasn't no clique. They had a lot of rotations. Zoltan would come, different artists and everything like that. I came across their little group, and there hadn't been any posting since 2013, and they've pretty much shut that group down. But I mean, the page is still active, so you might want to check out your social on that.
Right.
But yeah, it's just like a little testament of how things ride themselves out, or because if you're not sharing or if you're not getting grouped in with other people, then you start to lose out. And
right.
It goes and it dies. It just dies out.
It's kind of funny. Either you get out there and you get as much stage time as possible and get kind of clicked in, or you're just fucking shut out.
You're shut out. And that's your own volition. You're doing that to yourself.
Well,
you're doing that to yourself.
Well,
you're doing that to be honest.
This is a Pelon and Chubby show every Wednesday night. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. We love you. We are nobody without you.
And
so we appreciate you guys listening. Guy cares. I don't give a fuck, really. But we do appreciate you being here and listening. Obviously, I want to be heard. Always. I love to hear myself. I listen to my own podcast every day. Loves his own podcast. I love me.
Started him. Because of him, I wouldn't be here.
Right. So yeah, we appreciate that, and I hear what guys saying, but the comedy scene's rough, man. And I do want to get out there. I love being on stage. I love writing new jokes and all that stuff, but I don't love going through all the bullshit.
Okay.
I don't love that. Holy fuck.
We got to do some different things. Do some different things.
I need to close that window.
No, that's fine.
It's all right?
That's fine. It's cool.
All right.
We're rolling.
Hopefully they can still hear over there with that. I don't know what kind of music that is, but whatever.
And Facebook land, one watcher. That's good.
One?
I did my fair share of tagging. I think it's me. I shared it. Kathy Salas checked in.
Am I
You're tagged on it. So Mama checked us out for a second. Man? I don't know. It's late. It's Wednesday night. They know better.
I don't even care. I know there's more, but it's all good.
Have you really felt that love? I do an affirmation card every day when I walk into my job. Today's was rejection is only direction. And it says, sometimes you lose more than when you win. Right. Other times you win more when you lose. So I see your little shrine and stuff. And the books and the the motivational stuff. Some say it looks like a middle-aged hormonal female's thing.
It works for you.
It's my center. It gravitates me. It pulls my energies. I'm very helpful for a lot of people. I've got one of the authors coming down in March, and she's going to be on the radio. Right. And she's going to be on the Dredge Hour. Then she's going to be. She's doing a lot of things, and I've been helping boost her up.
Right.
And I'm going to be doing podcasts with her and some lives and everything, and help promote her and bring her up. Huh?
Is the camera even on?
Yeah, the camera's on. It's still there. It's going.
So you've been in sales for a while.
I'm not a salesman, but yeah, I've been in retail customer service. I'm customer care.
Right. And so he was on what's his name? He was on our show. You were on the show last week, and so now you know
what I got? I got a follower on Instagram.
Really?
Because of this.
Nice. All right.
Random Mexican guy.
Yeah, that's weird. So okay, before the car sales, were you in sales before?
No.
All right. So now, all right. So you're new in sales. Have you been going to these or reading the books about, motivational? So, all right. So I guess there's probably a couple schools of thought. Well, it just depends on what kind of person you are, how you feel. Yeah, we probably need to shut that. So it depends, what school of thought you're from. They're doing trivia. Tonight's trivia night down here
at the Vista Village Tavern.
That one? Leave the door open. But yeah, so they Vista Village Tavern does trivia. There's a lot of bars and stuff doing trivia around. I guess I'm old school, so I'm going to go ahead and use the word. To me, it's a little gay. Apparently now you can't say that, but I'm like, I think I'm grandfathered in.
Grandfathered in.
So I can say like
He gets a mulligan.
that the trivia is gay. That's good. That's fine. That's just perfect. Hey, so they whatever. Fuck it. The people like it. They have fun. That's what's important.
I like to stretch my noodle, everything.
Not one of them came over here and asked me, "What do you think of trivia night?" They could give a fuck what I think.
They don't care.
Right.
They go, that's one less sucker I can beat.
Right. So here's my thing on the whole motivational stuff.
Talk.
There's two different kind of people, and I don't believe that one person's right or wrong, or one person's less or whatever. But some people are driven by that. They need the support. They need to hear positive reinforcement. They need the pat on the back. You're doing a great job. They need that, which there's nothing wrong with, right?
Right.
Maybe I'm a little different breed. I've been selling for 25 plus years. I was told that I should never, ever, ever go into car sales because I'd be lousy at it. I was salesman of the month for, I don't know, 10 out of 12 months.
Okay.
When I first started with no training whatsoever, they said the keyboard's here, cards are outside, go for it. So I had very little training. I learned baptism by fire. I was called a fucking retard, moron, fucking idiot, a million times by guys that have experience. I was stolen from deals that I did completely, and they took half of the money because they could. Because I didn't know any better. I didn't know shit. And guess what? In today's world, all these little motherfuckers would be going to HR and complaining about how they're being treated. Guess what? That was training. That was fucking training, people. That's how we learn. That's why we are so much better.
Nose to the stone.
Than anybody that's selling cars right now. And I don't mean that in a fucking dickhead way. I'm just saying the way I learn was like fucking in the street.
Okay.
It's either you survive. This one family, they come in and they want to buy a truck. It's an ad truck. I don't care, whatever. Let's just get it over with real quick. So we go in there, we negotiate the deal. They go into finance office, and all of a sudden they don't understand. I went over it and over it and over it and over it, and they said, no, that total is before the trade-in, and then you said you'd give us $2,000 for your trade-in, our trade-in, and so then it should be $2,000 less. I said, no, we went over this. I explained it. It's third grade arithmetic. What don't you understand? Either you want to buy the car or not, this is how much it is. What seems to be your fucking malfunction?
What's going on? Conjunction, junction, what's your dysfunction?
Do you want to buy the car?
I want the car.
No, only if you do. Get the fuck out.
Please,
get
I want
out
the car.
of the fucking dealership now.
You're so mean.
Leave.
Oh, shit.
Leave. Why are you yelling at us? Because you're a fucking idiot. I said, you think I come to work every day just to talk to fucking retards like you and pacify you? No, I come to work every day to feed my fucking kids and my family, and you're keeping me from doing that because you're a fucking idiot. You can't do third grade arithmetic. You can't comprehend the fucking English language. Get the fuck out of the dealership, you piece of shit.
And the truth.
Dude, they ran out of the store so fast. They went around into the street and walked, forgot their keys, forgot their car, and were walking who knows fuck where, but they were walking to get away from the dealership. But that's the fucking fire that you need to have as a salesperson. When you go to work every day, you're there to feed your family. You're there to do a job. If somebody gets in your fucking way, you kill that motherfucker. You either kill him with a knife or you kill him with your words. But you kill that motherfucker. You let them know how important it is for you to make money, that you need to eat, and that they're infringing on your fucking ability to produce and eat. So unless you get out of my face, I'm going to fucking stab you in the heart, you piece of shit. And so I go to work every day with that fucking mental. That is what I'm there. I'm there to sell a fucking car so I can fucking eat. I need to get as much money from you as possible. So when you walk into a car dealership and you wonder why the salesman is just a little bit of a fucking prick, if he's a little bit older, now maybe you understand. Maybe you understand why we are the way we are, why we function the way we do. Because you fucking jack-offs come on the lot ask for the impossible after you've done hours and hours of research, don't even know how to use that fucking research, and offer $2 to $3 grand below what we paid for the car. Why would you do that? Why would you fucking offer that when you did the homework? You have the proof in your hand. Even that bullshit website TrueCar told you how much the piece of shit costs, and you still don't believe it.
Get him.
And you still want to offer $2 to $3 grand below.
Get him.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you that fucking stupid? Did your mom drop you on your head? What the fuck is wrong with you? Allow somebody else to eat. Is that okay? Can we have a fucking piece of the pie too? You fucking piece of shit type motherfucker. Can we eat? Can you pay us for our time? If you're an attorney out there or a doctor and you go on the clock with somebody, you charge them an hourly rate, don't you? Yeah, and I know how much you motherfuckers make because I take your credit apps every day. So I know you don't make that much. You run around like you make all this fucking loot. But guess what? Car people make $200,000 too. $300,000, $400,000. So you're not that fucking exclusive, you piece of shit. So when you go in there, you're worth a certain amount of money for your time. Guess what? So are we. For what I know and what I can do to you, how I can cause you to fucking file bankruptcy if you fuck with me, you should be a little nicer to me and get me on your side, because guess what? When you go out looking for something, you want a pro. Don't you want somebody that has 25 years in the car business helping you out? Wouldn't that be nice? Doesn't matter what comes up. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Hello.
So be nice to me. Make me your friend, and I can help you out and get you a good deal. But be a dick. Be a dick. And see if I don't fucking take all your money, motherfucker. And you think you're that smart. But you don't have, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. All the information in your hand, you couldn't buy a fucking biscuit, you fucking tard. So be nice when you go in the next car dealership. That's a human being, fucker. Treat them nice, and maybe they'll help you out and get you a good deal.
Very good rant. As we put it down on the Pelon and Chubby show, that was Pelon. Comedy talk, talk, news talk with heart.
Sometimes just real talk.
Real talk, bitches. Hashtag real talk.
Hey, I need to get another beer.
This is going to be the Rapster.
Huh? How we doing?
Rap it.
Time. We're running a long time. Hey, last week, everybody out there, the Pelon and Chubby faithful, like our page, go to our group, join our group. That's how you get all the information. That's how you get all the specials.
See how we get there.
Yeah.
The cards are coming.
Yeah.
T-shirts are coming.
There's a lot of shit coming.
We're got it. It's in the works, y'all, just for you guys.
So just tune in. Keep doing what you're doing. Last week got the most responses out of any show we've done so far. I listened to it a bunch of times. Half of it was probably me.
It's not just
us.
But
it sounded pretty fucking good, man. There was some good stuff on the last show.
It's a juicy
episode. So we'll see. I'll listen to it again.
We'll love it.
I've been in a shit mood today. I'm gonna go
rub one out.
Put my ass up. Well, eventually.
Okay.
But I'm gonna.
Ain't nothing changed. That's our Chubby, right? That's our Pelon right there. I'm gonna go up to the bar. I'm gonna have a couple beers. I'm gonna chill out. Unless you got something better, fucking send me a message and let me know if there's something better going on around town. But we are Pelon and Chubby every Wednesday. Vista Village Pub this week. Mars next week. Who fucking knows? Mars, I like that.
We will be.
How about New Earth?
New Earth.
We should be on New Earth.
Okay.
We'll colonize that motherfucker for everybody else so they can jump on right. Pelon and Chubby will have their own episode.
We will be on the air. We will be getting it in when we can.
Digging deep.
So join us next week, Wednesday, 6 or 6:30. The Pelon and Chubby Show. Until then, I'm Rick Salas.
And I'm Guy Murray.
Pelon and Chubby. See ya.
Good night, everybody.